For nearly a decade now, Republican lawmakers have squeezed Iowa's public schools, rural, suburban, and urban, and asked them to do more with less. That trend continued this week. Senate Republicans advanced a bill that would set the annual increase in state funding for public schools at 1.75%, the lowest since 2019, and well below the current inflation rate of 2.7%. What those numbers mean for our schools and our students is cuts. Budget cuts, teacher cuts, program cuts. It means bigger class sizes and less individual attention for students, 90% of whom attend public schools. It means fewer counselors and social workers. In some districts, entire grade levels may be combined. In others, it means schools won't be able to meet the minimum teacher salary requirements. Since when did the majority party decide to stop investing in our kids and in our future? Iowa's kids deserve better.
Good morning. So far this session, Iowa Republican lawmakers have repeatedly avoided affordability. Instead of focusing on lowering costs for Iowans, they've targeted public libraries, affirmative action, taken away vaccines, and dictated what schools can and cannot discuss, and which is distracting simply from the real challenges that Iowa families face. We continue to see Iowa's economy failing and Iowans are falling behind. We have the worst economy in the entire country, the second highest cancer rate, third highest energy costs, and lowest OBGYN per capita, and yet they do nothing. House Democrats have presented a number of bills this year to address these issues. We, as Iowa House Democrats, are focused on lowering costs by freezing utility rates, raising the minimum wage, paid family leave, and lowering the cost to get into your first home. They have yet to take up a single bill that has been introduced, including helping with first-time home buyers and the minimum wage and healthcare affordability. And we are heading into week 5 with them not addressing a single issue that matters to Iowans.
We'll be happy to take your questions.
Leader Meyer, there was a pretty intense subcommittee this morning on a bill that just dropped late in the day yesterday that would eliminate all references to affirmative action in the Iowa Code. It would eliminate various minority targeted grants and funds, and it would seemingly allow discrimination on the basis of citizenship in state licensure. Do you have any comments on the substance of that bill and also the process of rushing to have an 8 a.m. subcommittee on a bill that dropped late the previous day?
Well, I spoke to Representative Johnson about some of the things that happened. He's very passionate about this, and I know others are as well. I think it's indicative of where they are in session when they drop a bill and have a subcommittee the next morning. They don't want people to come here and speak out. They're afraid of the reaction. Yet, again, they're focused on these social issues when we are focused on lowering costs. And this is a way for them to what they believe to be politically advantageous to themselves while they're hurting people. And I think Representative Johnson was very fair in standing up and basically explaining and telling them how this affects his community and Iowans in general.
Do either of you have any comments on the proposals that have advanced in both chambers about extending the don't say gay and transgender theory and sexual orientation references to grades 7 through 12?
Iowans don't want the culture wars. We knocked doors literally all year last year, from Clinton all the way over to Sioux City. Not a single person ever said they wanted anything like this. What they said they wanted was for us to deal with housing costs, childcare costs, public schools, healthcare costs, cancer rates, and clean water. This is a distraction, and it's not what Iowans want.
Mm-hmm.
I would just echo that, and I think Janice is exactly right.
Leader Meyer, the House is running a subcommittee on Republicans' 3-strike bill today. We've heard concerns that this could lead to overcrowding in Iowa prisons, exacerbating the issue of lack of attorneys being able to represent indigent defendants. What are your thoughts on this bill? Do you see any issues with it? And are you planning on offering any amendments to make the bill better while still addressing the issue of getting repeat habitual offenders off the street?
You know, on that particular issue, I don't think this is something that, people are focused on. Again, I will go back to what Janice said and my previous open statement, which is that people are focused on affordability. And I have not read the specifics of the bill. We will evaluate it once it comes out of committee with all of the amendments that are on it, and we'll take it to the caucus and have a conversation about it. I do have a concern about the fact that this would probably, you know, we already have overcrowded prisons. We are in a fiscal death spiral, and I don't know how they plan to pay for another prison, but we will have the conversation about what the actual substance of the bill is once it gets to out of committee.
There's another bill in subcommittee today that's about providing more information about judges, such as the sentences that they're giving in criminal cases, and do you have any thoughts on that bill?
I haven't seen that one, but I'm not sure what exactly is in it, but if it's public information, I don't have any problem with it. I mean, you know, we have to take a look at, you know, what exactly is being asked on something like that, but if people want to consolidate and make more public information that's available, I'm all for it, but at the same time, again, they're focused on these things when we're trying to lower costs.
I would just add that we heard the Chief Justice make a very well-reasoned case for why we need more judges in this state and how we should do that. We don't have enough people applying to be on the bench. We have people getting off the bench for higher paying jobs. We need to be focused on how we get good judges and keep them so that people have access to the judicial branch.
Leader Weiner, today there was a subcommittee on a Democrat-backed bill around the price of insulin, and it looks like it was canceled. Do you have any updates on why it was canceled, or maybe it will be reassigned to subcommittee?
I heard this morning that a bill that would have capped the price of insulin, that I believe all our caucus signed onto, had been assigned to subcommittee at 11. It would have been a first, and a welcome first, to actually have a subcommittee on a common sense bill that will help Iowans that had come from our caucus. It doesn't surprise me that it was canceled.
Leader Meyer, there was some drama in the Iowa Senate where one of their members endorsed a primary challenger against another member and was then removed from all of his committee assignments. In your caucus, you have a couple of members who I believe have endorsed a candidate who may be running against one of your members. I'm not sure if he's made it official that he's running for re-election, but could members of your caucus face any reprisals or lose any of their committee assignments if they endorse someone who's a primary challenger to a member of the House Democrats?
Absolutely not. We don't punish like that. That's not what we do. We want everybody to have, it's a free country.
Anything else, folks?
Just one more question. This is from a subcommittee that happened either last week or the week before, but it was around smoke-free casino use. And Senator Belin did not sign off on the bill, essentially, not allowing it to move forward. Did you talk with him, or do you know about any reasons why he might have voted against it?
So I believe that a similar bill for smoke-free casinos actually got out of subcommittee in the House. I don't know if it's going to move any further. I do know that Senator Belin voted against it. We don't have a caucus position on that. I would say that I think there's probably bipartisan support in the legislature if we're looking at one of our most important issues, which is cancer mitigation in the state. I personally don't think that casino workers should be subject to secondhand smoke, but I don't know if we're going to see a vote on that this year.
Does your caucus have a position on that bill? A unified position?
We don't have a position. Again, it's something that when it comes out of committee. If it does come out of committee, we'll take it to the caucus, and I doubt there'll be a caucus position on it because people will be all over on it.
All right, thanks everyone.